Sunoo was a young billionaire CEO who was known for being serious, hardworking, and almost impossible to impress. His days were usually filled with meetings, business calls, and endless work. He rarely visited anywhere, but one morning his sister asked him to attend Minjun's parent-teacher meeting because she and her husband was unable to go. Sunoo arrived at the school in his expensive car. He was expecting a simple meeting about Minjun's studies and nothing more. But the moment he entered the classroom, his attention stopped on Vian. She was standing there beside her desk, talking kindly to another student. There was something warm about her smile that immediately caught Sunoo's attention. When she noticed him, she politely walked over. Vian, are you Minjun's father? Sunoo, no, I am Sunoo, his uncle. Vian smiled and welcomed him before explaining how Minjun was doing in class. Sunoo listened quietly, but he found himself looking at her more than he looked at his nephew's report. Vian, he's doing really well. He's very curious and always asks questions. Sunoo smiled slightly. Sunoo, that sounds like him. The meeting ended normally and Sunoo left the school. But for some reason he kept thinking about Vian during the entire drive back to his office. He did not know why. He barely knew her, yet he could not stop remembering her smile. A few days later, Sunoo found himself visiting the school again. This time he told himself he was there to discuss an upcoming business project. His investment company was one of the major investors supporting several educational programs at the school, so visiting was completely normal. At least that was what he told himself. When he entered the school, his eyes immediately searched for Vian. He found her in the hallway carrying a stack of books. Sunoo, need some help? Vian looked surprised. Vian, oh no, I can manage. Sunoo simply took half of the books from her hands. Sunoo, I know, I am still helping. Vian smiled politely. Vian, thank you. That small smile stayed in Sunoo's mind for the rest of the day. After that, Sunoo started visiting school more often. Sometimes he came to discuss a school project, sometimes he brought documents for the principal. Sometimes he came to check on the progress of a new facility his company was funding, and sometimes there was absolutely no important reason. He also started picking up Minjun himself more often. One afternoon, Vian saw him standing outside the classroom again. Vian, you're here again? Sunoo, I'm picking up Minjun. Vian, he usually goes home with the driver. Sunoo paused. Sunoo, I wanted to pick him up today. Vian gave him a suspicious look but said nothing. Sunoo smiled to himself. He knew exactly why he kept coming. He wanted to see her. Days turned into weeks, and Sunoo became more interested in Vian. He liked watching her teach. He liked hearing her laugh with the students. He liked how patient she was, and every time he saw her, his feelings grew stronger. Eventually, Sunoo decided he could not keep hiding them. One afternoon, after the school had become quieter, he found Vian near the entrance. Sunoo, Vian, can I talk to you? Vian nodded. Sunoo took a small breath. Sunoo, I know we don't know each other very well, but I have been wanting to tell you something. Vian looked at him curiously. Sunoo, I like you. Vian's eyes widened. She had not expected that at all. Sunoo nodded. Sunoo, yes, more than I probably should after knowing you for such a short time. Vian became nervous. She did not know what to say. Sunoo was her student's uncle, a powerful businessman and someone she had never expected to confess his feelings to her. Vian, I am sorry, Sunoo. I don't think I can. Sona's expression softened. Wine, I just think it would be better if we kept things normal. Sona nodded. Sona, okay, I'll respect that. He meant it. But even though he accepted her answer, his feelings didn't disappear. After that day, Wine started avoiding him. Whenever Suno came to school, she suddenly became busy. If she saw him in the hallway, she would turn toward another corridor. When he tried to speak to her, she kept their conversations short. Suna noticed, but he never became angry. Instead, he gave her space. He continued visiting the school for Minjun and his business responsibilities, but he stopped trying to force conversations with her. Still, whenever he saw her, he could not help smiling. At first, she ignored him and kept walking, but he kept following her. Vian became frightened. She tried to move away, but the man stepped closer again. Vian, please leave me alone. Before the situation could get worse, a familiar voice came from behind. Suno, she asked you to leave. The man turned around. Suno stood there with a cold expression. He had just left a business meeting nearby and happened to see Vian. The man quickly walked away after realizing who Suno was. Suno immediately turned toward Vian. His expression changed completely when he saw how frightened she looked. Suno, Vian? She was shaking. Suno slowly stepped closer. Suno, look at me. You're safe now. Vian's eyes filled with tears, and without thinking, she stepped forward and hugged him tightly. Suno froze for a moment. Then he gently wrapped his arms around her. He did not ask questions. He simply held her. Suno, it's okay. I am here. Vian buried her face against his chest. Vian, I was so scared. Suno gently rubbed her back. Suno, I know, just breathe. You're safe with me. He stayed like that until her trembling slowly stopped. For the first time since she had rejected him, Vian did not feel uncomfortable being close to Suno. She felt safe. He didn't want to rush her. He just wanted to be someone she could trust. A few days later, Vian began speaking to him again. Then she started smiling when he came to school, and soon their conversations became longer. And eventually Suno asked her something simple. Suno, would you like to have coffee with me? Vian hesitated before smiling. Suno, for now. She laughed softly. Vian, okay. And that's how it began. Their first making outside school was only coffee. After that first coffee, things slowly changed between Suno and Vian. They started meeting outside the school more often. Sometimes they had dinner together, sometimes they simply walked around city. Suno still visited the school often because of Minjan and his investments, but now he no longer needed to invent excuses to see Vian. He could simply message her. Suno, are you free after school? Vian, why? Suno, I want to see you. Every time he said things like that, Vian would smile at her phone. She had once been nervous around him, but now she was becoming comfortable with him. Suno was still very serious with everyone else, but around her he was completely different. He smiled more, joked with her, and sometimes acted like he had forgotten how he was supposed to be intimidating billionaire CEO. One evening, Suno picked her up after school. Vian, what's wrong? Suno, nothing. Vian looked at him suspiciously. Vian, you're lying. Suno smiled. Suno, I'm just thinking. Vian, about what? Suno looked at her. Suno, about how strange this is. What is? Sunoo, a few weeks ago you were avoiding me every time I came to the school. Now you are sitting beside me at dinner. Ryan laughed. Ryan, you really did come to tech school a lot. Sunoo, I had important business. Ryan, every day? Sunoo tried not to smile. Sunoo, the school had many problems. Ryan laughed again. Ryan, you are making excuses just to see me. Sunoo, maybe. Ryan, maybe. Sunoo finally smiled. Sunoo, fine, I was. She shook her head, laughing. As their relationship grew, Sunoo became even more affectionate. He loved holding her hand while they walked. He gently fixed her hair when the wind messed it up, and whenever she became tired, he would quietly ask if she wanted to go home. One evening they were sitting together in Sunoo's car after another dinner. Neither of them wanted to say goodbye. Ryan, we have been sitting here for almost 20 minutes. Sunoo, I know. Ryan, then why aren't you leaving? Sunoo looked at her with a soft smile. Sunoo, because I don't want tonight to end. Ryan's cheek became warm. Ryan, you are becoming very cheesy. Sunoo, only with you. There was a quiet moment between them. Sunoo slowly reached for her hand. Sunoo, can I kiss you? Sunoo leaned closer and gently kissed her. It was soft and sweet, nothing rushed. When he pulled away, Ryan smiled shyly. Sunoo, I have wanted to do that for so long. Ryan, I know. Sunoo raised an eyebrow. Sunoo, you knew? Ryan, we were not exactly settled. They both laughed. From then on, their relationship became even closer. One afternoon, Ryan had a particularly tiring day. When she came outside, she found Sunoo waiting for her with her favorite kind of dessert, something she had once casually mentioned during one of their conversations. Ryan, you remembered? Sunoo, of course. She smiled and hugged him. Ryan, thank you. Sunoo hugged her back tightly. Sunoo, you don't have to thank me for taking care of you. Ryan, I still want to. Sunoo gently kissed her forehead. Sunoo, then you're welcome. A few weeks passed and their relationship became something neither of them wanted to hide anymore. One evening, Sunoo took Ryan to a quiet place. The lights below them made everything look beautiful. Ryan looked around. Ryan, why did you bring me here? Sunoo took her hand. Sunoo, because I wanted to ask you something. Ryan smiled nervously. Ryan, what? Sunoo looked directly into her eyes. Sunoo, when I first met you, I could not stop thinking about you. Ryan laughed softly. Sunoo, I know I was probably annoying with all those excuses to come to school. Ryan, you were. Sunoo laughed. Sunoo, but somehow you still gave me a chance. He gently held both of her hands. Sunoo, and now I don't want to imagine my life without you. Ryan's smile slowly fading into soft expression. Sunoo, I don't just want to date you. I want you beside me for everything. I want to come home to you and annoy you every morning, take you out for dinner, and make you smile for the rest of my life. Ryan's eyes became slightly teary. Sunoo took a small ring box from his pocket. Sunoo, Ryan, I know this might be a little crazy, but I am completely sure about you. He opened the box. Sunoo, will you marry me? I want you to be my wife. Ryan stared at the ring before looking back at him. Ryan, you really are serious about me, aren't you? Sunoo smiled. Sunoo, completely. She laughed through her tears and nodded. Ryan, yes. Sunoo's face brightened. He slipped the ring onto her finger and pulled her into his arms. Sunoo, you have no idea how happy you just made me. Why, I think I do. He gently kissed her forehead, then her cheek. Sunoo, can I kiss my wife? Wine smiled. Fine, we don't have to ask every time. Sunoo smiled before leaning in and kissing her softly. One kiss turned into another, followed by several sweet little kisses between their laughter. Wine, Sunoo, we are never going to leave if you keep doing that. Sunoo, I am perfectly okay with that. She laughed and hugged him. Sunoo kissed her forehead again. Sunoo, my teacher. Wine, your nephew's teacher. Sunoo, my future wife. Wine smiled and rested her head against his shoulder. Wine, that sounds much better. Sunoo held her close, smiling like the happiest man in the world. The billionaire CEO, who was making 100 excuses to visit his nephew's school, no longer needed any excuse at all.